Alright, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to test your idle air control valve. There's a bunch of videos out there that show you how to test it when it's on the car, but I'm going to show you how to bench test it to make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. Alright, now how these work is these receive a 12-volt signal from the computer. It tells it when to open the valve and how far. And how that works is it uses a pulse width modulated signal from the computer on the negative side. So there's a constant supply 12 volt positive, and then it pulses the negative to control how far this opens. And so if the air were coming in this side, this little thing will pull back to allow air to come through this hole, and vice versa. So the way we can test that is, if you really just want a real rudimentary way to make sure it moves, you can just connect a 9-volt battery to it, and this side right here that has the part that sticks out is your positive side, and this side over here is your negative side. And you'll just see it like pop once. It won't hold with 9-volt. Just like if you just tap it and you see this thing move, that'll give you an idea that it works at all. But the best way to do it is to hook up a little DC controller. I just happen to have one for something else, and this actually uses pulse width modulation, and it's got a little rheostat that you can control the amount, and it's essentially exactly what the computer does. So I'll show you how that works here. So I got my little test rig here. This is my negative, so I'll connect it to the negative terminal, and get the positive lead here, connect it to the positive terminal, and that'll be connected to the output of my power supply. So this is the output of the power supply. It's running over here to this. Just the positive goes to the side with the little tang like I showed you, and the negative goes to the other side. Then I'm going to connect the power supply itself to the car battery. Alright, I'll make sure this is turned all the way down. And when I flip the switch, you don't really see anything because it's all the way down, but if I dial it up, you'll see I can actually control that little piece in there. So that's about as far as it's supposed to move. That is it. It's not very far. You see, that's closed off. And that is all the way open. So the computer can control. It's very fine adjustment, just a little bit open to all the way open. So that's what you're looking for. You're not looking for a whole bunch of movement. That's the maximum travel. So as long as it does that, you know your idle air control motor is functioning like it's supposed to. Sometimes that little bit can get stuck in there, and you can free it up with a bit of carburetor cleaner, some brake clean, let it sit in there. This is a brand new unit that I had. I thought I might need to replace mine, but when I tested mine out, there was nothing wrong with it. So I've got a spare now. Alright, hope this helped you out a little bit. It's not a real good how-to, but just show you something that you can't already find on YouTube.